welcome back to the Transition to Changes mission with your only host tonight, King Summers. And I got this exciting topic about ETs versus religion. And from the first half, I explained that my thoughts about what it is about ET versus religion, who's been here the longest, what it is about all this classified information that might be released on June 1st, all kind of things. But the main thing what Transition to Changes mission is doing is to go where no man has been before. And that's just the talk about this exciting topic. I think it is a topic that is needed to be discussed among yourself, among your family, among your religion, belief, or congregation. It is a topic to discuss. Because one thing that I said that I would do is how to get people prepared. And that is one way to get prepared. That's why one of our missions that came up with this podcast show is to bridge the gap between communication. It is a topic that will lead people to say, if you believe in ETs, that you are crazy, you don't know what you're talking about, or you are off the grid of a belief system. But I say it is a topic to talk about to get prepared for something that you would never think that could happen. A lot of people didn't think a rocket was finna fall out the sky that was launched from China. A lot of people don't know too many about comets and how close they come by the Earth. We live in a huge cosmos, and I have had this curiosity since I was a young person to look at to what I love to look at into this day, and that is the skyline. There are billions of stars out there. I asked many questions when I was young about, is each star out there a planet? Is Earth a star from another planet? All kind of curiosity questions that I ended up asking myself to even be intrigued into many different types of TV series, books to read upon. Evolving means the expansion of your mind, or a form of expansion of some type of body form. And who's to say that they will release it, or maybe one day you might be walking down the street and an alien land in front of you. But if we talk about this among ourselves, among our communities, that is a form of getting prepared mentally. That's the first thing that I always express in many different shows, is to mentally challenge yourself to different questions and scenarios. In fact, Transition to Changes has a show called Scenarios. We are going on our third scenarios within our second season. It is a good way to open people's minds up, to have some different type scenarios. What would you do if an alien ship landed in your backyard? What would you do on June 1st if they say everything that we have said and taught you has been on a deceiving knowledge? It all came from ETs, and here go the evidence for that. What would you do? And one of my questions is, would you keep your belief system? That is a question only you can answer. And I wanted to have this topic about that. That's why I called it aliens versus religions, because I do believe some type of knowledge of ET form comes out, a lot of people will lose their belief system. And I can't give you that answer by this topic that we're talking about, but I can open your mind to prepare to ask yourself, will you keep your belief system? Because in reality, things can change as we know it as every second. So that's some of the ways that I feel that I'm expressing, that I'm trying to help people to prepare themselves for unknown knowledge. Another way to prepare yourself is to ask yourself, what if ETs, aliens, become discovered and they are violent? What if they are friendly? These are important questions that you can have a discussion with your family about. Do you have an escape plan? What will you do? Are you prepared as a family to fight aliens? Are you prepared to know where your family will go on an invasion? Because they have shown many different types of movies. I think Will Smith played in a lot of good alien movies. Men in Black, Independence Day, all kind of bad scenarios of a violent type of ET. But open your mind up to see if it could be a good ET. Maybe that can help you not point your weaponry at a alien that's trying to talk to you. So I'm just saying, open your mind up to all type of things to think about. Think about and be prepared about it. That is the first step about a lot of things. That's why I always stress, pre-plan your plan. have these discussions with your minister, have these discussions with your communities, with your government, demand answers, which is, I think, is many groups that has been demanding information for years about Area 51. A lot of unknown questions and questions are to be answered, but the only way that we can get to there is to be prepared. And that's what this show was all about, my people. And this is the first one. We are going to have a part 2 to this that Queen Summers will join in on in the future. And we have some more very important guests that would love to talk about this. So if you would like to talk about this among the Queen and King Summers at Transition to Changes Mission, just write us an email about it or write a message with us at tcmissionspeaks@gmail.com, or you can go to transitiontochangesmission.wordpress.com and write a message to us that you would like to have a show about the aliens versus religions. We thank for coming back to us with season 2. And season 2, man, we have it laid out with all type of special guests coming on. We got some good topics. It's just, we are closing that gap of the bridge that is of communication. And we are doing our number one mission. It is growing my people of support. People are willing to volunteer with Transition to Changes mission to end family homelessness. And that is and always will be our number one goal through this podcast show and in reality, to end family homelessness. I just want to give a shout out to everybody that has been following us from season 1 to season 2 to season 3 and to infinity. I thank you with much hugs from the family of the summer. Thank you for all your support, for tuning in and sharing us and getting ready for this new website and going to check it out. Man, we are growing and I just can't stop thinking about it and talking about it. I always will say thank you, and that we really appreciate you because we are here for you. Thank you again for tuning in to the Transition to Changes Mission podcast show with your only host tonight. Thank you so much, King Summers. Thank you. Have a good night. And if it is ET out there in your backyard, just call Transition to Changes and we'll let the government know together. Thank you. Good night.